2019 Chevrolet Equinox review. The Equinox isn't class-leading, but you'll like its luxury features as well as. Fortune does not necessarily favor the bold inside compact crossover segment. The Honda CR-V, the Nissan Rogue along with the Toyota RAV4 are perennial bestsellers thanks to some extent to their all-around competencies and good reputation for reliability. Still, automakers try to make their small SUVs distinct. The 2019 Chevrolet Equinox stands apart by bringing high-end luxury features along with a couple of distinctive engines for this typically price-conscious class. Redesigned just not too long ago, the Equinox is probably the newer entries with this segment. As such, each of the latest security measures are available, from the surround view parking camera to forward collision warning system that could identify pedestrians. Unlike some competitors, these types of features are only able to be ordered with top trim level, but no less than you can get them. Also available really are a panoramic sunroof, a surround view parking camera and ventilated front seats, rare options within this class. We love that the Equinox offers two alternative powertrains should you weren't delighted by the base turbocharged 1.5-litre engine. At one end on the spectrum is really a fuel-efficient diesel that achieves 32 miles per gallon in combined driving. The typical engine earns 28 miles per gallon. In the other, a turbocharged 2.0-litre through an additional 80 horsepower. Be careful, however, once you start checking your choices boxes, the Equinox could be substantially more costly than rival crossovers. An engine stop-start system that can't be disabled and disappointing materials quality also might give prospective buyers pause. What's new? Both touchscreens possess a higher resolution display and are also loaded with Chevrolet's new Infotainment 3 system. A new lights and brights package can be acquired on LT models, adding bright 19-inch wheels and grille surround, in addition to LED headlights and taillights. Adaptive cruise control is actually available. Some package contents and names have already been shuffled slightly. Considering the L is special order only, plus the LS doesn't add much for just a substantial price bump, the world thinks it's worth skipping instantly to the LT model. Its listing of added features isn't extensive, but you do get upgraded headlights for better nighttime visibility, together with satellite radio and tinted glass. The LT also opens the doors a number of worthy option packages. The Confidence and Convenience package is unique, with additional luxury features and blind spot monitoring. Trim levels and features. The 2019 Chevrolet Equinox can be a 5-passenger compact crossover that amounted to a bit more than most rivals. It's purchased from 4 trims, L, LS, LT and Premier. The base L model looks like a great deal. Soon you realize that it's really a custom order model. You could to wait so that it is built. You'll find the LS at practically any dealer, but it's costlier and doesn't add much. Best to skip straight away to the LT, and that is just a bit higher priced and includes more features and usage of additional options. If you want the LT as well as its 2 packages, the leather trim Premier includes everything. 3 engines can be obtained on the Equinox. The standard engine is really a turbocharged 1.5-litre 4-cylinder 170 horsepower, 203 pound-feet of torque matched to some 6-speed automatic transmission. A more powerful turbocharged 2.0-litre engine 252 horsepower, 260 lb-ft is optional and comes standard, which has a 9-speed automatic transmission. Also optional can be a fuel-efficient 1.6-litre diesel 137 horsepower, 240 lb-ft mated into a 6-speed automatic. Both of these engines could be ordered on LT and Premier trim levels. The front Triviani base L is well equipped, Plus it comes standard with 17-inch alloy wheels, automatic headlights, LED daytime running lights, a fuel-saving engine stop-start system, a rear-view camera, heated mirrors, keyless entry and ignition, a person information display, height-adjustable front seats, a tilt and telescoping tire, Chevrolet's teen driver watchdog modes, Bluetooth, OnStar with 4G LTE connectivity and also a Wi-Fi hotspot, a 7-inch touchscreen plus a 6-speaker sound system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, 2 USB ports at the start, and a couple of charge-only USB ports within the rear. It's a built-to-order trim, however, so you're more than likely going to start to see the next level LS on dealer lots. It's pricier as well as doesn't add much besides rear floor mats, an extra tire plus a tire jack. It does open the entranceway to an expanded array of exterior colors and option of all-wheel drive, however, so it will be worth considering should you want the most cost-effective AWD model. The new LS convenience package adds an electric driver's seat and rear privacy glass. Stepping around the LT adds xenon headlights, an alternative information display, auxiliary rear seat release levers, satellite radio, along with the contents with the LS convenience package. Select either from the optional engines and you will also add a sunroof and roof rails, even though the 2.0-litre motor exclusively adds 18-inch wheels. The LT offers 3 notable feature packages. The lights and brights package pads on 19-inch wheels, chrome exterior trim, and LED headlights and taillights. The infotainment package adds a 120-volt household-style power outlet, an 8-inch touch screen, navigation and a couple of USB ports within the armrest bin. The related sun and navigation package incorporates the contents on the infotainment package as well as a sunroof. For increased safety, obtain the confidence and convenience package, such as rear parking sensors, an electric liftgate except around the diesel, remote engine start, a leather-wrapped leader and shift knob, dual-zone automatic climate control, heated front seats, rear cross-traffic alert and blind spot monitoring. Finally, the range-topping Premier includes the above-mentioned packages without worrying about navigation system and panoramic sunroof together with 18-inch wheels, LED headlights and taillights, fog lights, auto-dimming mirrors, roof rails, a hands-free liftgate, chrome exterior trim, ambient interior lighting, driver seat memory settings, perforated leather upholstery and wireless device charging. 19-inch wheels are added while using selection in the 2.0-litre engine. Even the top trim Premier leaves some goodies about the table. The feature-heavy Confidence and Convenience 2 package adds automatic high-beam control, a 360-degree parking camera system, a heated leader, an electrical passenger seat, ventilated front seats, heated rear outboard seats, lane departure warning and lane keeping assist, a meter that measures the gap soon enough between you and also the car right in front, adaptive cruise control, and forward collision alert with automatic emergency braking. The sun, sound and navigation package builds on the surface of this package with 19-inch wheels, the panoramic sunroof, navigation, along with a 7-speaker Bose sound system with HD radio. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions that happen to be fundamentally similar. The S with this review use our full test on the Chevrolet Equinox Premier Turbo 2.0-litre inline 4, 9-speed automatic, FWD. Note, since this test was conducted in 2018, the actual Equinox has gotten some revisions, including a revised infotainment system for 2019. Our findings remain applicable for this year's Equinox, however. Driving. The upgrade from the bottom 1.5-litre engine to the 2.0-litre is well justified together with the amount of power and efficiency it delivers. On surface of that, the Equinox has impressive handling over a twisty road. The only bad thing is the big turning radius that affects U-turns and parking. Acceleration. This engine is just about the best inside class. Acceleration is smooth and also manageable in everyday driving. However, the front-wheel drive model can generate torque steer once you floor it. Hours needed only 6.4 seconds to attain 60 miles per hour, quicker than rivals. The diesel took a much more leisurely 9.8 seconds. Braking. The brakes feel nice and dependable. The pedal effort is correct for this form of vehicle, and fact is neither grubby nor lazy. It just feels right. Our Equinox executed an anxiety stop from 60 miles per hour in 115 feet, an excellent result inside the compact SUV class. Steering. Steering effort is exactly what we expect coming from a small crossover, with low effort at parking speeds and much more weighting at highway speeds. The vehicle tracks straight of all surfaces, and ample to fuel makes to get a relaxing drive. But we noticed some squirm on roads with longitudinal rain grooves. Handling. The Equinox is surprisingly capable and balanced over a challenging twisty road. The handling limits are surprisingly high and approachable of these conditions, and it also is almost as fun to push as the Corsa-leading Mazda CX-5. Drivability. We're deducting points with an unusually large turning circle. Multi-point turns certainly are a common occurrence using this car on streets where rivals can certainly produce a simple U-turn. We noticed this characteristic when nosing into crowded parking lots, too. Comfort. Aside on the poorly placed air vents for the dash along with the rather stifling leather upholstery, the Equinox gets high marks for comfort. Driving for a lot of hours on end is not going to cause any undue fatigue. All things considered, it's like other SUVs within the class. Seat comfort. The front seats are well shaped for 2 long hours around the road. The lumbar adjustments seem too low, pushing at the top of the hips. The cushioning is adequate, though the perforated leather didn't breathe well devoid of the ventilation activated. The rear seats offer good thigh support. Ride comfort. The most ruts and bumps are well absorbed with the compliant suspension. The car feels remarkably solid for the road with no harshness. This is especially impressive whenever you consider how well the Equinox handles. Noise and vibration. Road and wind noise is noticeable, however, not at all intrusive. On paper, it's as comparably quiet because Honda CR-V, playing with practice it sounds marginally louder. The diesel engine emits many chatter that reminds us of old-school diesels. Climate control. The vertical vents flanking the touchscreen perform poor job of distributing air. The only part on the driver they could cool will be the knuckles. The ventilated seats are incredible at decreasing the stifling nature with the leather upholstery. Interior. The Equinox interior speaks and mostly well configured. But we'd prefer the tire to telescope further and desire the panoramic sunroof wasn't as intrusive for rear passengers. Ease people. The touchscreen is awkwardly angled away, turning it into prone to catching glare and obscuring the display. Otherwise, the layout with the controls is logical, and OPTHA many systems is intuitive. Getting in, jetting out. The steep in height is low enough for smaller passengers to penetrate with minimal effort, and also the doors are sufficiently little to open wide and tight parking spaces. But the bottom edge from the doors are low and at risk of scraping on high curbs. Driving position. There's a good selection of seat adjustment, but the tire doesn't telescope far enough for average-size adult drivers, forcing these phones sit closer and much more upright than most prefer. Roominess. There's an abundance of room in the beginning, but rear headroom is limited from the panoramic sunroof. Thankfully, you can find the Equinox's best features without choosing the sunroof. Visibility. The front roof pillar is really a bit thicker than you will find in rivals, somewhat obstructing the scene through left turns. Visibility. The sides and back frequently occurs for other compact SUVs, with a few reliance around the rear view camera required by tight spots. Quality. The interior materials quality is disappointing for the category, and even more so once you consider how expensive the Equinox is. Hard plastics are certainly one thing, though the textures are mismatched, plus there is a definite down-market feel and look. Utility. While the Equinox has an abundance of cargo space in comparison with rivals, it will handle the bulk of everyday hauling. Some thoughtful features help compensate for your lack of on-paper capacity. Small item storage. There are many bins, pockets and trays to host your personal effects. The trays for self-owns are particularly helpful with rubberized coverings and keep objects available. Cargo space. In relation to cargo capacity, the Equinox is slightly unhealthy, but the world thinks there's a lot of space. Still, it's well below the Honda CR-V's class-leading capacity. The self-folding rear seats and underfloor storage are praiseworthy additions. Child safety seat accommodation. The latch anchors are really simple to find and hook neatly, plus there is plenty of space for forward-facing seats. Rear-facing seats fit well in the event the passenger seated ahead doesn't slide the seat in the last third of seat travel. Technology. Chevrolet gets high marks for tech, curing many ills that plagued past models. It has a good amount of features which can be standard over the lineup, and also the inclusion of 6 USB ports ensures all devices is going to be charged. Audio and navigation. The infotainment system's sharp graphics ensure it is easy to watch instantly. The optional Bose Premium audio is surprisingly powerful with excellent clarity. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard equipment. The Apple CarPlay system had no glitches to communicate of and is particularly more intuitive as opposed to my Link system. It's a good substitute for your optional navigation system that makes you add the panoramic sunroof. Also, you'll find 6 USB ports. Driver aids. The forward collision warning method is well tuned to stop false alarms and is particularly also adjustable for sensitivity. The lane keeping assist, however, doesn't activate before above the line. With fans on the safety alert seat, which can be more effective than beeps and flashes. Voice control. The MyLink and Apple CarPlay voice controls are equally effective in accurately deciphering commands. The Apple CarPlay receives a slight edge for your ability to use holistic speech, yet it is reliant on a net connection.